Chapter 16. I'm just going to keep reading. It's so good. Mel wasn't the only one who saw the grizzly. From somewhere behind her, back up the hill, Mel heard voices and clapping. "There's a grizzly bear!" a man shouted. "The show's about to start." Flashlight beams lit up the bear, which was about 20 feet in front of Mel. Its eyes glowed green in the lights, and those eyes were drilling right into Mel. She didn't move. She didn't breathe or blink. Stay calm, stay calm, stay calm. She just had to walk away, get back to the chalet, like she had the other night at the cabin. But something about this grizzly kept Mel's feet glued to the ground. It was coming toward her without making a sound. Its ears were pinned back. It was acting just like the sow that had attacked Steve, and Mel knew in her bones that this grizzly bear wasn't going to just let her back away. It saw her as a threat to its food. That ditch was right behind her. The air smelled of garbage mixed with fresh food. The workers had probably already dumped some of tonight's leftovers, the bait, to get the grizzly to come for the show. The cheers and whoops were getting louder. People obviously had no idea Mel was down there. Their flashlights were pointed at the bear. The beams danced around, stabbing at the grizzly's eyes. She had no doubt that the lights were making the grizzly even more furious. "Stop!" Mel wanted to scream, but she was afraid to make a sound. Her only hope was to drop down and play dead. She prayed the attack would be quick. She realized she had no pack strapped to her back, no thick hiking boots, nothing to protect her but her light t-shirt and shorts. She thought of that scar on Steve's leg. She had only seconds to decide what to do. Play dead, she told herself. But then she noticed a pine tree in front of a big bush. She knew that grizzlies could climb, but most didn't. Should she risk it? Before Mel knew what she was doing, she had kicked off her flip-flops and was sprinting towards the tree. The bear was just a few feet behind when Mel launched herself upward. She gripped a low branch, kicked her legs up, and swung them around. Too late, the grizzly was right there. With lightning speed, it rose up and swiped at Mel with its paws. Its claws stabbed into her thigh. Claws slashing through her skin, jaws crunching down on her bones. She gripped a long, sharp branch that must have broken off as she was falling. She sat up and held it out in front of her, a ridiculous weapon, that little stick. She wouldn't have been surprised if the grizzly had laughed. Mel heard something rustling in the bushes right in front of her, probably some terrified squirrel. Voices echoed, "Mel! Mel, where are you?" It was Cassie and Steve. The grizzly stepped toward her, its eyes burning with fury. Its muscles rippled under its shaggy fur. The rustling in the bushes got louder, and then Mel heard a strange new sound. Click-clack, 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 click-clack. Before Mel even knew what she was doing, she had pulled the stick back and jabbed it into the bushes. The stick hit something big and solid. And then that something leaped out of the bushes. It landed on the ground between Mel and the grizzly. Mel's mouth fell open. It was a huge porcupine. Its quills stood straight up like metal spears. The bear reared up onto its hind legs. It let out an ear-splitting roar, not a fury. The sound was high-pitched, ragged, almost a cry. The bear was afraid. The porcupine, click-clack, click-clack, click-clacked, louder and faster. Mel's heart thundered. In that moment, everything seemed to disappear. The voices shouting her name, the footsteps closing in, the flashlight beams getting closer and closer. At that moment, it was just the three of them. The grizzly, the porcupine, and Mel. 3 terrified animals, alone in the wild.